Number two, as I said, attendance is what discipline, and attendance is most important. Here I am very happy that they have done what we in the government are asking our own colleges to do. And here Sreyas, though it is only 2 years old baby, it is only 1 year has been completed, they have achieved what institutes with 20 years standing also have not achieved. They have installed, why I am saying it, they have installed biometric machines. So now a student goes, he puts his thumb impression while he goes to the class, when he comes out. And the best part is, which I like, is that same information goes to the parent. So my request would be, because see, as a parent you understand, and because I am a parent now, so I mean parents have high expectations from you. I mean with their hard-earned money, they are sending you to engineering colleges, and the government also has a stake, because many of you I am sure must be getting the fee reimbursement. So it is the government, it is government money is after people's money. We collect taxes from the people, and government is spending, for example this college, 35,000 is the fee. So for 4 years, on every student government will be spending 140,000, 1,40,000 government will be spending on each and every student. So it is the government's responsibility to see that whatever education you are getting is of good quality. I mean like the first case which I mentioned, if you are turning into debt, it is a waste of government money, public money. That 1,40,000 could have gone perhaps for constructing a road in some village or providing, even today many of the villages do not have the road, do not have water, do not have electricity, but do not have medical facilities, but same money which could have been spent there is being spent on you. Today each one of you, I am sure, either maybe 15 to 20% your parents are spending, but 80% of you who are here, your money government is giving you for entire 4 years education. So it's government responsibility also to see that quality of education is good. After all, why the government is spending this money is so that you become good engineers, good citizens, use the technology, use that knowledge what you have gained in these 4 years for the benefit of the society. Maybe in India, maybe abroad also. Even if you go abroad, it is no problem, because once people go abroad, we have seen all of them are NRIs, they have returned back, or even if you are abroad, we are sure you will send your dollars back here, so that our country will definitely benefit. So that is why, so whatever it is an investment government is making, and any investment we expect some returns. Government money is spending on each student 1,40,000, we expect. Similarly, your parent, he is spending 1,40,000. So he expects that you will gain something, and then you will become good citizens, and you will be good engineers or good scientists, or maybe whatever field you do, you will be good, and then you will pay back to the society. So my request would be, so attendance biometric has been installed, same information goes to your parents. So the parents are also aware whether the ward is coming here, attending the class. Number two is the system of the internal exam. So my request to the faculty would be, and I am sure they must be doing it because I am not aware, take the internal exam seriously. And then of course, and here they have installed, what I was very happy is the CCTVs have been installed here. I mean the cameras have been installed, and that is also available to the parents. But then what I was shocked was that only 15 parents have used this facility. Maybe some of the parents may not be having internet facility, but my request to them, or maybe the students have not told the parents that such a facility is there, because they would be under constant vigil of the parents. But as I said, please tell the parents, but ultimately it is self-discipline, whether it is CCTV, because even while going to the class, if you are present physically and mentally somewhere else, I mean CCTV cannot record your mental absence, it can only record your physical presence or absence. So ultimately you have to be interested. So that take your internal exams seriously, and then please do not resort to any copying and all, because see, all this short-term measures of copying and all may help us in the short run, whether it is pass percentage or whether it is grade or whether it is marks, they are not important beyond a point. What is important is ultimately the knowledge which you have. You may be having A grade, you may be the first division, but when you go for the interview or when the real challenge of life comes, your grade is not going to help you. It is ultimately what you have gained here is only going to help you. So my request would be, take your internal seriously, take your classwork seriously. Here they have the PowerPoint presentation is there, the blackboards are there. Question your faculty. Do not leave them alone. Do not leave them like that. Let me again request you, because I mean today's student with the internet which he has, and with the lectures, the NPTEL lectures, the MIT lectures which are available online, I mean you can really make the life of faculty miserable today. I mean if I am a smart student, yeah, I will go to the internet, I will go to the computer center, I will go through that lecture, I will do a Google search, find out some of the questions, and the next day I am all fully prepared to conquer my faculty member who will not be able to tell, because they may be faculty, they may be PhDs, but then nobody knows the entire thing. And the way the technology is changing, the new these things are coming, you have to be constantly abreast. So it will help you in the sense that you can question them, and if you are questioning them, faculty also will prepare before coming for the lectures. If they know they are going to be questioned by the students, they will prepare themselves well. After clearing MSET, now there is no exam, it's only life exam, and life exam doesn't have a question and answer, unfortunately, which any institute can teach you. It is only the knowledge which you gain, the higher skills, the higher order thinking which is required. Therefore, be expert in that. You become expert in questioning why it is so, why it is there. Try to understand, try to analyze the problems instead of just memorizing or try to clear the exam. So I am sure with the advanced equipments you are having, the kinds of books which are available, the digital library which is available, the whole lot of information which is available, please do it. And then for final exams also, take it seriously. As I said, though exams do not measure, actually our examination system has been criticized, does not measure the actual intelligence of the student, but then there is no other better way than our examination to measure. Therefore, examinations though do not serve the purpose, but they are a necessity. Therefore, it also gives you a chance to test how much you have learnt, how much you have analyzed, how much you have grasped. So therefore, take your examination seriously and then do well. But as I said, please do not resort to copying under any circumstances. You may fail in one or two subjects, doesn't matter, but it should goad you to study further rather than from copying from the students. Yes, if you have to really ask the faculty members during your lecture hours, after lecture hours, during the tutorials. So please do it. And the project work is very, very important. Do not go by the ready-made projects which so many institutes give. Try to do your own project. May not be of that high standard, but then ultimately the satisfaction which you get by doing your own project. You may do hundreds of projects copied from other. Ultimately what matters is your own satisfaction, what you will get at the end of the 4 years time. So I would say that you are really lucky. You have opted, you have made a very good choice. You have got into the correct institute with a world-class infrastructure, very good faculty, I am sure. Though it is a new institute, but they have taken all the care, and then with dedicated management. I have seen managements of many engineering colleges, but this trio, because they are professionals. It's a professional who is managing the institutes. That makes a difference. Many places there are some businessmen or there are some politicians and all who may not be having an idea of how to run an engineering institute. So they may be employing some faculty members or professionals to run. That is good. But this is much better, because here you have the professionals as principals, vice principals, and you have professionals who know what is education. Mr. Bine was saying before setting up this institute, he has gone personally and seen about 30 universities in US and UK. So because he wanted to create a world-class infrastructure. So, and I am sure, and I can say with certainty that he has succeeded to a great extent. But as I said, always there is a scope for improvement, and I am sure with days to come this institute will definitely grow. But ultimately the name of this institute, though the buildings are important, the laboratories, the faculty, the internet and the library is important, but ultimately only two things will make a student, will make an institute stand out from the other institutes. First is the faculty, and second and most important is you, the students. It is ultimately, if you behave differently, try to create this institute not only in terms of infrastructure, because infrastructure, even if it is good, again you follow the same conventional methods, and then so it will be like any other institute. But then if you, because here is an opportunity so that you can do well with your faculty, I am sure, committed faculty, try to create a change in the education system within the norms, because I am sure, because it is not an autonomous institute, so they cannot have their own curriculum, they cannot have their own examination, but within the four walls of the syllabus prescribed by JNTU or within the examination system, many things can be done. And then industry interaction, which you have not still reached the stage, because you are only second year now. So third year and fourth year, when you have the industry interaction, that is what would count. And request the faculty and the students to give more time on the practicals, how to apply this knowledge, and then English labs I have seen, because in many of our students, though they have very good domain knowledge, so domain knowledge is your subject knowledge, which is important, but what is equally important is your soft skills, your communication skills, how you communicate with the people, your self-confidence, command over English language and other languages as well, basically communication skills. So that they have a separate lab for English laboratory. So please concentrate on extracurricular activities, because today when companies are coming, they are looking for people who have good domain knowledge, but other than that they are also looking for people who can present themselves well, who can speak well, communicate well, who are good team leaders. Please give maximum importance to project work. I am sure people who have come from US, the basic difference between US education and our education is, ours is individual oriented education, whereas in US it is always team oriented education. There always a project is given to a group of 2 to 3 to 4 people, so that people learn how to work together. Here unfortunately, you know, in India why we are failing is, we are very good individually, and Indian and individual he is better than 10 Americans, but 10 Indians are worse than 1 American. Please give emphasis on the actual application of knowledge, and I am sure that this institute will really do very well. My request to the management would be, even though it is in the heart of the city, I am sure students would be coming from some far off places, maybe taking about an hour or so in the bus. So try to utilize the bus time also. So my request would be, for this 4 years, prepare the ground for your future path of your life, and this 4 years is the foundation. If the foundation of the building is good, the building stands. If the foundation is weak, whatever we may give the polish or superfluous cover, the building is not going to withstand. Therefore, this is the time when you have got into a good institute, government is supporting you, your parents are supporting you, so please do not belie their confidence. Come to the classes regularly, be disciplined, try to learn something in the classes, do extracurricular activities, develop your interest in some hobby, play some games, keep yourself physically fit, physically healthy, and then try to learn something other than what has been provided in the course material. Try to question the faculty, try to ask, learn from their experiences, and I am sure that at the end of the 4 years you will bring a very good name to this institute, and then to your families, to yourself. And I once again congratulate Mr. Vinay, Mr. Sarat, Mr. Ravinder for giving this world-class infrastructure here, and I am sure that it will be maintained, and not only maintained, it will be further carried out. And I would appeal to them to go for a autonomous, after they complete the period, to go for a deemed university status or autonomous institute, so that it can be a standalone product, and then it can be a world-class infrastructure. And I am so happy that such a good institute is there. But as I said, ultimately how the institute will behave will depend on you. If you really pass out, if you bring laurels to the institute, the name of the institute will grow further, and then it will attract further younger students to opt for this institute. So I once again wish all the students a very best of luck, and may your 4 years of this life be the most fruitful of your life. Thank you.